Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey, old Cappy on the road here, and we're kind of banging them out for assholeconsulting.com. Then I got to go and have more fun. I shot guns today. Shot guns yesterday. Did not shoot guns the day before that. Anyway, hello, I'm a 19-year-old from Australia, and I graduated from high school in 2014 and had a year off to work full-time as a waiter slash barista and travel. I'm considering university next year since I feel like I'm wasting time just working 9 to 5 and saving to travel when I feel like I could study full-time. Hang on, let me read that again. I'm considering university next year since I feel like I'm wasting time just working 9 to 5 and saving to travel when I feel like I could study full-time and work part-time and basically use my time more productively. I'm trying to decide between a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science or Engineering. I'm struggling to decide. The employment prospects for both Computer Science and Engineering are definitely greater from just a bachelor's degree alone, and if I were to pick a broad science degree, I would have to go to grad school for a master's. But the science degree is far more open and gives me far more opportunities to study different areas, therefore allows me to discover something I'm interested in since I'm not sure what career to pursue. I'm basically trying to decide one, go to university to get a degree in science, engineering, computer science, IT, while working part-time and living out of home in the city. 2, continue living at home, small town, and save money while studying in my spare time to free. Jesus, Clary, fucking H Christ, you can't read today. Using free resources, internet library, etc., and affording to travel a little easier, and attempt to discover what I'd like to major in at uni a year later. Go to the Army, Air Force for a while, not that interested in this, but the educational opportunities, money, and living experience that come with this are very tempting. Plus, I don't really know what career to pursue yet, so maybe this would give me breathing room to decide without wasting another year or so of my life working a 9 to 5 cafe job. Thanks for your work and on soul. Show me the light. Okay, well let's tell you. I know I like your approach of not bothering with university if you don't know what to major in, and until you figure that out, there's really no point in going there. Now, you could go and get kind of your prereqs and the bullshit classes out of the way. So maybe while you're working, nothing's wrong working barista living at home, absolutely nothing. So either see if there's some classes you can take online to knock out your prereqs and your basic classes out of the way, preferably living at home, preferably over the internet, and make sure it's accredited. That would allow you to save money, work up the cash. And as you're taking these classes, which you're going to have to take anyway, you might figure out what you'd like to do. Secondly, I also like your idea of taking classes online for free and kind of figuring out what you'd like to do there. They're not going to hurt, but you're probably not going to get credit for them either. So if you can find online classes that you get credit for, do that way. And then maybe going in the Army, Air Force, I'm always a big fan of that for young men. It's the time commitment, and I don't know what it is down in Australia or what the other sacrifices you might have to make for the Australian military. But that is also a very good idea, because if you don't know, it's like, well, you might as well go into the military. But nothing's wrong with working as a barista and then going around and traveling. Absolutely nothing's wrong with that. With the military, I'd find out what kind of commitment is required. Certainly have them pay for your education. And then also use that to kind of figure out what you want to do. But at this point in time, if you're kind of, I don't know about the military, maybe you shouldn't do that. That's something that you'd also have to think about, like on par with what do I major in. But still, nothing's wrong. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with joining the military. And you would definitely have a better idea, like while you're in there for a couple years, of figuring out what you'd like. And they're going to test you. There are tons of things that you can do. But it's not really a necessity to go into the military to figure out what you want to do. Now, if you have this guilt and compunction that you got to go and do something better with your life, at your age, nothing's going to be better than the military. So if you feel really compelled to do something more than just be a barista, yeah, absolutely. But don't think it's absolutely. I don't want you just joining for the sake of joining. Is kind of what I'm trying to have you do there. But yeah, I like your plan. There's nothing wrong. There's no rush whatsoever. Take your time, figure it out. Take some online classes. If you can get credit for them in the process, cool. If not, don't worry about it. Figure out what you want. But specifically for your degree, when it comes down to you're trying to decide between a bachelor's of science in computer science or engineering, they're both very good fields. At that point in time, I tell this to many young men. It's like, well, do I become a welder or a plumber? It's like, well, it really boils down to what you want. They're good paying jobs, they're good paying careers, they're good paying fields. So it really is what you personally prefer. But once again, you probably take some classes in mechanical engineering or then some computer science classes, and kind of read up on it, research, and try and get a pulse for or feel what you like better. But between those two, yeah, it's totally up to you personally what your personal preferences are, and that will carry you through and make you a much better either engineer or computer scientist, because you have a passion for it. Anyway, you're doing right. You're doing good. You're doing better than the average idiot going to college, getting into debt for reasons they don't even know. So best of luck. Toodles.